Oh, hello there, Mongolians. No. Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. It's a beautiful day out. Literally. The snow is melting. The days are getting longer. The nights are getting shorter. Ow! No. But, I want to talk about my game real quick. Because if you haven't been watching my Kingdom Hearts videos, that's fine if you haven't. But, it's just an update on my game. I will show it off very, very soon. I want to beat Sara's story and get started a little bit on Riku's. Because once I get started on Riku's story on Chain of Memories, it's going to go by really, really fast. So, yeah. Riku's story is not that long. I mean, it's the same length as Sara. It's just that his is a lot faster because you don't have to spend time customizing your slits, your slights. That's what it's called. I used to call them strength when I was a kid because I couldn't even fucking look, you know. Oh, I just called them abilities, you know. But whatever. But yeah. So I'm gonna, and that's the best part about playing as Riku in that game because each world that you go to, it's already, the card deck is already preset for you, which some people might say it's a negative or a positive for that, but I think it's a positive. That way you don't have to spend time a lot doing stuff, and it's cool how it's different from Sora's gameplay from Riku's, in my opinion. And then turning into, like, you know, into that darkness of a Riku and stuff like that is pretty badass in that game. But anyways, moving on. So in my game, I decided to update the leveling up system. Well, not update, change the leveling up system. Instead of leveling up regularly like you see in other RPGs, this one, since my game is an homage to, you know, Kingdom Hearts, I decided to, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if enemies drop hearts? You know, the picture looks like a staff, but it has a heart on top of it, so there you go. But I'm just going to the store right now, trying to get something. But moving on. And what else? Today's Monday, right? Today's Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. Look at that. Monday. Anyways, sorry. Just thinking about other stuff right now. But the game, in my game, I changed the leveling up system because I just thought it would be cool, like, if the player had their own say of when they want to level up. So you defeat enemies in my game, right? You defeat them, and they drop a heart, kind of like you see in Kingdom Hearts, right? But instead of, you know how in 358/2 days, you grab those hearts that you collected from Heartlesses, and you can use them to get weapons or materia, or even synthesize a few things. So the only difference is that in my game, the only thing that you're synthesizing is your fucking level up. No, playing. You have those hearts, right? And you get rid of those hearts in a statue where one of the main characters is at, that lives at, obviously. And you just pour the hearts to a statue, because that statue helps you give green items, green armor, like you see in other games like Final Fantasy and also in Kingdom Hearts. So I always forget about the rings, you know, the ring mechanics that you can put rings on you and stuff like that. You can only do that in Kingdom Hearts too. So there's not a lot of RPGs that do that now. At least I don't think so. Instead of like a Pacific ring or like 5 rings throughout the whole game or something like that, instead of multiple rings. So, but anyways, when you go to the statue and you need to select it, because you need to have hearts to even select that statue area where the rings armor is at. The reason for that is that it's basically like another store. You still need gil, basically, to buy the armor, basically the green armor, because the hearts are just used to level up. So there's another slot green that you can go to. You press it, you exit out, and it shows you the heart leveling thing, right? Where it says heart leveling, you press on it, then you level up, basically. So, and which is cool because what is it? You only level up by 1. Because I didn't want the player to be like, oh, I have 20 hearts, so I'm gonna be at level 20. No, that's not how it works, you know. But in my game, you could, you can go, because it's recommended to go to 20 to get 20 hearts, then get rid of your hearts, basically. Because if you have 1 or 2 hearts, you can still get rid of it, but then you will have to start over getting more hearts, basically. So it goes by 20. It's 20, 40, 50, 60, you know, something like that. So if you have 60, if you have 60, 20, 20, 40, 50, 60, I'm forgetting math here. But yeah, if you have 60 hearts, right, and you waste 20 of them, you have another one. So instead of you leveling up 1, you could level up again. Since you have 20 more hearts, then you have another 20 more hearts, you know? So, but if you, going back like I said, if you have like 1 or 2 hearts, you could still level up just by 1 level. It's always going to be just by 1 level. So, again, the reason I did that is because I don't want the player to be too strong, too fast. It makes no sense for the player to be like, all right, I got 50 hearts or 15 hearts. I'm level 15, even though you're level 3, you know? So, I didn't want to do that. But it is the play. But I made the player choose. Do you want to save up hearts to get a level up? You know, you're still going to get a level 1 up anyways. Or do you want to grind to get hearts? That way, if you have like 40 hearts, you can level up twice, basically. You know, or if you have 60 hearts, you can level up 4 times. You know, so there's that. Yeah. I was just checking. You level up like 4 times. Then you got 70, 80, 90, you know, because it goes up to 99, the hearts, basically. So if you use all 90, if you use all 90 hearts, but you still have 9 hearts left, you can save those 9 hearts, grind a little bit more to get 20, and then get that level up. Or you could just use the 9 that you already have and just put it in the heart leveling slot when you go to James's room in Sid's house, and you can interact with the statue that gives you green armor. So there's that. But again, the only way you can select the green armor statue is that if you have hearts in your inventory and you go to your inventory and you select it like Legend of Zelda style, basically. You know, I miss that shit. I remember back then as a kid, I used to hate that type of shit. Because sometimes the game never tells you, right? So you're like, how am I supposed to know? You never leave a man behind. But yeah. I decided to just do that because I grew more of me liking that type of style with RPGs as the more I got older. And you could do, and it's almost similar to the fish mechanic in my game. When enemies drop a fish, and you could use that fish to give to the guy that you... When enemies drop fish, you can use the fish to either hit the enemy. You could sell it for 5 gil, but it's not recommended because you can go to a guy that you could sell fish to, and you get like 2,500 G's, which is good. So you want to do that, basically, every time you get a fish, you know. So I did have to change the fish mechanic because technically all the enemies had to keep dropping hearts, right? So the fish mechanic became a little bit different. So some enemies will drop fish because they're like 50% or something like that now, instead of 100%. So at least it's not like 1%, but it depends what boss, anyways, you know, or enemy. So, but I still want people to grab the fish and sell it to get money, you know. Another way to make money in my game too is when you get monster cards, you can go to a lady, select the monster card, and fight a monster that you've already fought in the field. But in doing so, you get money once you beat it, basically. Once you beat the enemy, basically. And you can also get a heart. Look at that, you see? You're basically getting you're breaking the 2 stones you're basically killing two birds with one stone right there. Sorry guys, I can't talk. But yeah, going back to the heart mechanic, it was inspired by 358/2 days and a little bit of lightning returns. So there is that. But I know a lot of people might be like, well, isn't that kind of like Dark Souls or Bloodborne type of thing? You could say that, but the only difference is that I don't go to a bonfire. I go to a statue, which is not even new in video games anyways. I'm not doing anything new. I'm just doing something that I like and enjoy, So, and I was not going to do that because, the whole thing of going inside your, little bonfire and then leveling up and stuff like that, that's been done to death, in modern RPGs. I mean, Expedition 33 kind of does this shit, So, especially by the end of the game. But, I decided to just in a way cave of just like, fuck it. They're hearts. And originally when you did have hearts, because I put it there just for fun, it was going to be like a ranking system of like how many enemies you beat. But I was like, hey, once you reach up to like level 99, once you get the items of 99 hearts, what are you going to do with them? So I decided to be like, fuck it, you use them to level up. So that's really it, guys. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about my heart system that I put in my game. So, like I said, my game is inspired by Shin Megami Tensei, Scott Pilgrim, Kingdom Hearts 1, Channel Memories at 358/2 days. So there's that. So take care, guys, and be safe. I'm just going to go to the store right here and get some stuff. So I'll see you later.